Yo.
What's up?
Dude,
Pop the confetti. Episode 66 of the Pursuit of Sound podcast, brought to you in part by Zest Vodka. Yeah, we drinking flavored vodka. That's the bestest. Oh, what is that? It's empty. Yeah, if you haven't already, pick yourself up a bottle of Zest Vodka, Charleston based. Anyways,
I'm gonna have to get me one of those.
Yeah, I think it's like Southeastern exclusive type beat. I wish you were here to take a shot with me in person because I haven't even been able to crack this bottle open yet.
We got a little margarita drink here, man. Cheers.
Guess what? Cheers.
Hey.
So I'm glad we're able to.
Thanks for having me on your podcast, man. Appreciate it.
Dude, yeah, man. Thanks for being a friend. Thank you for being a friend.
Man, Golden Girls, R.I.P. Betty.
I know, right? Seriously. She's
a real one.
She should have been president.
I mean, either her or Shaq. I mean, who's gonna go to war with us if Shaq's our president? Nobody.
Yeah, good point. Actually, yeah, Shaq for president. Let's do it up. I mean, I can't even believe he went from being the most popular basketball player to being actually now allegedly a DJ and producer. I mean, it's not even allegedly.
He's been DJing since the 90s, though.
Oh, what? I didn't know that.
He's been DJing since the 90s. He just like fell in love with bass music, apparently. But I don't know.
See, I question his producer credits, like where it's like, Shaq, you really get, yeah, you really messing around in Serum like that, Shaq? I don't doubt it.
Is Excision?
I don't know. Bass Nectar's ghost producing for Excision all of a sudden.
Oh, I thought shoot, what was his name? The other guy that got canceled was ghost producing for Brondo for a long time. That's sick.
That's sick. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah. He was see, this is what makes me wonder. I just think that like Lauren Bass Nectar is like just now this light Mersive, like Mersive.
Oh, of course I do.
He not only looks exactly like Lauren, but sounds exactly like his production.
I didn't even know his name was Lauren.
So yeah, I mean, right, Lauren.
So to be honest with you, man, I really didn't even get into the bass music scene until a couple years ago.
Dude, well then let's rewind and build some foundation for this conversation because we sort of hit the ground running with the cancellation of Bonnaroo, which my lady is at right now. But you and me met in Charleston, South Carolina, here in my hometown, because you came in and DJ'd on the Ghost Lotus show. All right. And it was super awesome meeting you because you were just like an immediate homie, freestyling, crushing it, being like a perfect best friend, like that I didn't know I didn't have until just then. And I was like, this boy is crispy.
Exactly. And describe crispy as a negative adjective. You can't.
No, not when it's spelled with like a K.
Exactly.
So let's start with how did you, this is a legitimate question because I don't know. How did you get on that lineup?
So I got on that lineup because I don't know if you know who Cheddar Bob is.
Yes.
R.I.P. So I knew him, like, I don't know, this had to have been 10, 8 years ago or so, I met him in Charleston. I was really good friends with Sean Vowles and some other people that were friends with him. And yeah, I just kind of knew him just by going out and knowing people that he knew. And, when everything happened with him and stuff, I saw like Jay and Coco like posting stuff about him. And I was like, hey, like I know him, and I don't know, like I was just like, if you guys ever need anything, like let me know. And he actually reached back out to me and was like, come do a set in Charleston. And I was like, bet.
That's so sick. So you straight up flew out.
Yeah, flew down there, got me a little suite at some hotel down there in North Charleston by the airport. Did it up, first night I was there, we got sushi, went to bed. Second night, prepped for the show, went there, had a great time. Woke up the next morning and just explored Charleston the best I could with my beautiful should-be fiance. I should have proposed to her at the pineapple fountain, but I didn't.
The pineapple fountain.
Yeah, didn't have the ring, but one day. But she's actually the reason why I got into all this stuff. So here, funny story.
Yeah,
she
tell me.
won tickets to an Excision concert one time, right? When I just met her, and she was like, "Hey, you want to go to this concert with me?" And I was like, "I don't like techno music."
What?
You hear that?
Huh? Yeah, that's my dog barking.
No, I was saying, so she won tickets to an Excision concert when I first met her.
Which is crazy to just win tickets straight off the rip.
She wins everything. But anyway, she invited me to go with her, and I was like, I don't like techno music.
Yeah, you thought he was techno. That's funny. I see what you're saying.
I had no idea about bass music, man. Like, I just strictly like listened to rap music and like older kind of stuff my dad would listen to,
Well, okay, so then you went in with like a blind eye and basically, I mean, I haven't even seen Excision, but yeah, you're like, I hate techno music. She's like, don't be racist. All EDM isn't techno, by the way. So, you're being...
So, yeah, she broke me in, you know what I mean? Went to a couple shows and was like, okay, like, these people are cool, like this is a fun little scene. And then what really got me into it was so there's a collective back here in Columbus called Space Camp. I don't know if you've ever heard of Space Camp.
Well, I have.
There's a couple of different ones. I heard there's one in Virginia too, but I'm pretty sure this is the original Space Camp, like the one that started
as
back
a collective, not like an actual show.
Well, it's a show. So like they throw shows. The guy that runs it all, Raiden Labs, he's a great dude, stand-up character. I've actually have been trying to talk to him and your people about bringing Space Camp down there.
No shit. What are they saying?
No one's answered me yet, but
it'd be like that.
Well, my people back here, they're like, yeah, let's do it, but I don't know the logistics of everything. You know what I mean? So
yeah, and honestly, it's like, I don't know, with the way bass music is, like, I would expect that thing to occur in like more like a Denver, Colorado area versus like Charleston is pretty darn like it. You think of Charleston and you don't think of bass music in conjunction with it, like just with like the outright thing about it. Like Charleston is actually like, we're working on it. It'd be. Yeah,
I like it, bro. I like it a lot.
No,
You
I mean, I
know,
like it too, but I don't know if they would have the best ticket sales here in the location of Charleston, South Carolina, versus like maybe a more like bass music centric city.
well, they've been
Hence, like
to,
Denver.
Space Camp has been to Atlanta, Orlando.
Yeah,
Space Camp of Columbus has been to multiple different cities. I met y'all, and I just thought that y'all people should meet my people. Even if it isn't Space Camp, I've got big homies like Trenches. Shout out to him. He's doing big
shout out.
things. Big Trenches official. That's my boy. Benjamin. That's my little homie. Even if it was just like me and two of my friends, come down there and do something for y'all. It don't got to be Space Camp, but like I was saying when I was down there, I think it'd be fun to do an Ohio versus South Carolina like war, because you know how y'all hate Ohio people. Like,
Oh yeah, of course. We're like hella racist against Ohioans.
but like
Nah.
I'm kind of in the middle though, because I went to Coastal Carolina in college and stayed down there way too long.
Oh, you're a Myrtle Beach guy.
Dirty Myrtle.
Yep. That's crazy. Well, yeah, no, and I welcome that whole entire like notion and invitation wholeheartedly. I just am a realist on like dude, Charleston, I don't even know where Charleston's at with like with bass music anymore. Like it's it's interesting. I don't want to feel like it's floundering, like the scene is floundering, but I feel like people are. I don't even know, dude. Like I can't put a pulse on it. It's really weird. It can be hit or miss. Like we have really good like nights, and sometimes they're not that great as well. And it's just because like I don't know, man. Like as much as we're like pushing the underground and everything, it's like
You just
it's
gotta
neither
keep
here or
pushing.
there.
I don't know. So maybe you're too close to it, right? So like I personally, I don't go to afters around here in Columbus. I just, like I'm a golf course superintendent. So like Monday through Friday, I wake up at 4 in the morning and go to work, and I'm
Ford.
wake up at 4:20, baby, and smoke a big fat doink.
He said doink. That's crazy. Yeah, I actually just started like a regular day job for the first time in like 8 years. Started working at a restaurant to make ends meet because yeah, dude, like
What restaurant?
it's actually like it's called Bar Taco, and
Okay.
it's like a a new fledged sort of like chain that's like
Yeah,
around.
yeah. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, talk about it. Yeah, I mean the only thing to really talk about it is that like they're a great restaurant. They run a great operation. I worked in restaurants from 15 years old till 25 years old, and then started working for myself with DJing. And then it's just gotten to the point recently where it's just like gigs are just getting fewer and far between. Like the
Well,
scene is
maybe you need to make a
changing.
trip up to Columbus, my guy.
I mean, yeah, you say that, but now I'm like, yeah, that would be viable. I'd say starting next year, because see the way my checking and savings account are arranged. No,
It's a tough economy.
yeah, dude, I know. I think everybody was crushing it before COVID, but neither here or there, man. Like, I'm just surprised that you, just to tie back to our last talking point, like, I'm surprised that you made the shift, like, so to say, from rap to like techno. I'm just kidding, like bass music and shit like that. Like, what
Yeah.
was, what really grabbed you, like, into,
Raiden Labs and Kid Replay, man, at Space Camp. They used to throw these little shows in this little bar back before they got big, and They were playing like real heavy trap music, and it was, very bass, like, just I've always loved bass music. Like I consider Jeezy now. Okay, like looking back on it, like Young Jeezy is bass music, and no one can tell me different.
Young G, you talking about G Easy?
No, Young Jeezy, like Akon and Young Jeezy. So like Bug Motivation 101, if you listen to that on some speakers, that is some bass music.
Yo, and bass music should not be listened to through an iPhone. It should be listened to through something that has a sufficient amount of bass information. Yes, my guy. It's very important because I need to feel it in my. I need to feel it in my bones, nuts. Right?
On your nuts.
No, not only my butt. Yeah, dog.
It's got to do a little. But
I need to get the chills on my nuts. But yeah. So it spoke to you.
Well, yeah, man. I just love really, like, just something that feels tough.
Yeah, and actually, now that you mention it, that's really what got me into the scene. Like years back, I got put onto like that trap, like before all like the heavy dubstep shit like hit the scene. It was more like that.
Trap's
like
back. If you didn't hear, Trap's back.
I hope so, dude. It never left. Back. Maybe like Troy Boy.
Oh, dude, yeah, dude. Troy Boy, Krispy Boi, I'm right there.
Okay, amen. Yes, like exactly. Thank you, because that was like one of like the heavy initial influences that really converted me to be Jewish. No, I'm just kidding. To be.
Are you from Israel?
Free Palestine.
Because you Israeli hot.
Yo, are you from Tennessee? Because
you're the only 10 I see. Fuck yeah.
I know, right? At that rate. But
we've got a friend that's there too that's not having a good time either. So
yeah, and that sucks, man. Like I can only imagine being part of the production behind that and having to curtail everything and just be like, yeah. Like guess, and even an artist.
Yeah, I think the artists are safe. They're safe. It's the producers and the people that are throwing it that are going to be out their ass.
And I really wonder what the contracts entail, like on everybody's behalf, where it's like, yeah, everybody has to sign probably like a very extensive contract, where it's like includes like this whole like thing about rain and in storms and unexpected circumstances, where it's like, yeah, well, guess what? Like, what will I get now? Only 25% of my pay, like because of this 75% refund. Like, I mean, like it's not like they didn't like for all artists that already did perform. I'm sure that contract is fully fulfilled, but. It's whatever. They're all doing well, obviously, regardless. So I don't really have much sympathy for like their bank accounts and pocketbooks, like when it comes to that. But just the logistics. That's why I have more sympathy towards like the production side of it, like the people that help set it up and everything, where it's just like, oh, word, like great. Nothing.
We gotta have love for the little guys, man. You know what I mean? Like that's. Like, I loved y'all bringing me down there to Station Underground. You know what I mean? I've never done anything out of state. So that was my first out of state, like, gig.
Oh, and, hell yeah, dude.
Yeah. And, like, I got down there. I knew, I'm, I wasn't coming down there to make money. You know what I mean? I'm coming down there because I want to go do something fun. And I'm doing this because I love it, And I went down there and had a great time. Met a bunch of cool new people, and here we are.
Yeah, dude. Like my last podcast was with Ghost Lotus, Tyler. Yeah, like that was like we just released that episode, and like it was so weird because the moment I released it, he like completely changed his Instagram, deleted everything. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna be going under a completely different artist name, and it's gonna be completely anonymous. You're not gonna know it's me. And his Instagram is like one post now, like, and everything is different. Like I can barely tag him. Like it seemed like last time. Blah 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 blah. Anyways, like he's doing good shit.
On.
Yeah,
no,
but
he's a genius, man. He's down in Orlando. He works for like Universal. He told me.
Really? Because I should have asked him. Like when we,
I'm just way too invasive, dude. I get in people's business like real quick. Like,
yeah, I wanted to poke and prod at that, but I had like a lot of other things that I wanted to. I don't know. I feel like it's kind of like almost maybe like demeaning to be like, so what's your like real job? Yeah, well, I work at 7-Eleven actually. Thanks for asking, bro. Like, you know what I mean?
That was the cool thing about me coming down there and like not knowing y'all. I could just be as wild as I want to and just say what I want because I'm like, hey, you know, if I don't say nothing, then, you know, like, why'd I do this?
No, exactly, dude. You were that like perfect breath of fresh air, like, because
thank you.
I appreciate personalities like yours, and I was so sad that like I wasn't. I had to arrive late because I was literally fucking working and shit. Man. But
like, hopefully Krispy Boi can come back down to Charleston at some point.
You know? Yeah, hopefully, dude.
Whether it's with my homies or just me or whatever, man. I'd love to come back down there. You know, I had a great time. My girlfriend had a great time. I need to propose to her down there. Get a ring this time. You know what I mean? Like, seriously, I think it was someone recommended this rooftop bar down there. And then at the rooftop bar, they recommended this other like little speakeasy, Dora Brothers or something like that. And we just bounced around all over Charleston, man. And I've been there before, but she had never been there. And we had the best time ever. I mean, we didn't leave the function until 5 a.m., right?
Yeah, and we were, no, believe me, we were
up and at them at noon, you know, getting oysters and whatnot, you know.
Dude, no, I respect that, and she's gonna listen to this and be like, yeah, when's that proposal? I visited your Instagram profile and was like, word, wait, do y'all have a kid together?
No.
Oh, that was somebody else's kid.
Yeah, no, wait. Okay, so yeah, I do have a picture with our favorite niece. This is a funny story. I just love telling funny stories. But anyway, so I posted that picture, and one of my homies from like middle school, his name's Kusha Akavi. He messaged me and he went, "Beautiful daughter. She's beautiful, just like her dad." And I was like, "Oh, thanks for calling me beautiful, but that's not my kid." But yeah,
you're like,
but yeah, no, like, you know, every Thanksgiving we take pictures over there with her family. You know, Hunter's the reason why I'm in this music scene. Like, if it wasn't for her, I would still think that all this is techno music.
Completely understandable, and that's fucking badass. I mean, like, what have you been listening to lately? Let's just cut to it.
Ooh, Section, bro. Like, I've been listening to Section since I met him. You know,
damn,
Section,
I need to get no, yeah, and this beseeches me because, not to cut you off, everybody, like Tyler gave all the flowers to Section, and I was like, well, word, you know, like, I trust those flowers. And then even you're like, yeah, I've been listening to Section, and I'm like, and I saw you repost one of his things like earlier, and I was like, you know what, like, if I had the time right now, I would listen and see what this hype is about. And it's weird because as being like full on in the music scene for like, I've been in the music scene since like basically 16 years old here in Charleston, and up until recently, yeah, like I still hadn't heard of this guy, and it just goes to show how sleepers go. Like people just coming up out of nowhere. I mean, like, how did you find this dude?
Section or
yeah, I mean, was it just from the show?
I met him. Yeah, I just met him down there, dude. You know me, I'm a very talkative person. I'm not afraid to talk to nobody. You know, you either hate me or you love me, and I can tell right away if you hate me. So, but that doesn't happen very often. But no, so when I first got down there, I just walked in and met Tyler, and section. I don't even remember what his real name is, and that sucks. But I thought he was Tyler's manager at first. Like I didn't even know that he was a producer, and I was like, "Bro, can you manage me?" And he was like, "No," and I'm like, "Come on." I was like, "You look like you're a very responsible person," and he was like, man, I was getting a little. I had a couple Krispy Boys in me, so that's what a Krispy Boy is. It's a light beer, and I was drinking those all night.
Twisted.
Krispy Boy, the number one light beer. Oh yeah.
Keep it crispy.
If you're not keeping it crispy, then you can miss me with that bullshit. Damn, son, where'd you find this?
No, exactly, dude. I was thinking of that thing earlier today on the way to work where I was like, it was the like McLovin thing where he like impersonated.
Damn, son. Yeah.
Yeah, but anyways, no, that's cool to hear, dude. Like, I mean, even outside of section, who are some top dogs in like the bass music scene that you legitimately fucks with?
Okay, well, so I could name my boys. Like, so Trenches is killing it right now. Y'all need to go look up Trenches.
Go ahead, plug it further. How do you spell it? Yeah,
like in the trenches, TRENCHES. Like, look him up on SoundCloud, on Facebook, on whatever. But he's got great sound design. He's taught me a lot about DJing. Like when I first met him, my girlfriend was in his wife's and his wedding, and we became friends through my girlfriend and his wife and whatnot. But like when I first met him, I was just fucking around DJing here and there, just because during COVID was when I started to DJ, because there wasn't no shows. I was like, well, fuck it, someone's got to fucking get on the deck. I guess it's gonna be me. But then I wasn't good. I'm still not good, but everyone probably thinks that about themselves. But the thing is,
yeah,
I just kept doing it because I liked it, and I've been doing music too since I was 7 years old. I've been playing piano and drums and any percussion instrument,
no shit.
Yeah. But he taught me a lot about just setting up everything, on record box, setting your cues, and like the best advice I ever got from him was, Mike, quit trying to fucking chop so much.
Yeah, well, I hear where you're coming from, but let a man chop if he wants to chop.
Let a man chop. I mean, but thing is, he was right. Sometimes I would just be doing dumb stuff. So like, I don't like plan anything when I'm DJing, and I don't care if anyone does or doesn't, but I just wing it 100% all the time. And
me too.
Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And but I would get a little too excited and start chopping too much, and it's just silly, instead of just playing one good song and transitioning into the other. Well, But hey, I think I did a good job down there for you guys. I had a fun time playing the set that I did down there. I had some great graphics going on behind me. A great videographer at Weeds or something. I think his name was Brian. Baby, was that his name?
Oh, somebody with like, yeah, don't quote me on that because I'm like a degree of separation away from the back end production when it comes to that. Like me as well. I've just been a DJ. Like, but yeah, like they were doing their job really well and no complaints. Like they did their damn thing. And where do we segue to? Like, I appreciate the fact that you even like within like 2 years of like DJing have intrepidously like started to even like go into chops and things like that. Like I've had my
chopping right away. Like
I've had my reservations about chopping. I've tried it. Like it's just like one of those things like where it's like I don't even know, man. Like
I've got to be in the right mood, man.
like,
you got to be in the right mood. Like
yeah, and it can be like when it boils down to like the very specific details of like what you're working with and like how closely beat gridded they are together, and you're like throwing one volume fader up and the other volume fader up, and you're like, am I hitting it right on the beat? Like, am I getting that kick drum like in time on the next one? And like, is it translating and signaling everybody to get lit? Do they know that I'm doing this? Like, is it working? Like, it's always like a fine line between like doing too maybe much or too maybe little. And that sort of just like, I feel like DJing kind of like sort of went from something to something else where it's like back like 9 years ago, not everybody was a DJ and not everybody knew how to operate a DJ controller and stuff like that. Nowadays, it's like everybody and their mom can DJ, and it's like, word, look at me. And then I feel like it, not, yeah. I'm just going to be frank. I feel like it lost like a little bit of its like value, specialness. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's like supply and demand. There's so many that it's lost value at some point. But that's why, like, I've always said this, and it doesn't just come. It's not about DJing. It's just about life in general. Like, anyone can be cool for a day or two or a week or whatever, but to be consistently a good person and to be real about what you're doing, it shows over time. You just got to be consistent. And, like, so what if you're not getting recognized? Do you like what you're doing? Then keep doing it,
Dude, amen. I couldn't have said it better myself. And I completely endorse that notion. And, it just gets to that point where it's like, word, well, guess what? Like, if I'm DJing for like upwards of 3 people after this amount of time in my hometown at a show that I thought would do better, then I am starting to become slightly disenchanted and this, that, and the third. Like, that's just like the state of like, that's like the state of the underground here in Charleston. Like, from my perspective, like, it's so weird. Like, I've had to come to terms like with all this, with having to literally like get an real job here recently and just face these facts and be like, oh my gosh, like, I think I'm gonna take a knee for a second. Like, I'm in a band. Like, me and my best friend are in a 2-piece band. Like, I've got that whole thing going on. Like, the bass music thing doesn't seem to be like working. And I'm not going to blame it on Charleston. I'm going to blame it on the weather. It's like so many people putting shit out. And I'm like, what can I do to like convince y'all? Like, like
Just
what
keep networking,
you want
man.
me to chop? You know, like, yeah, but like word, like if I can chop live and do all this shit live and like show you that I'm like a different DJ when it comes to a live performance, like it's like I start to feel like it doesn't really matter like whether or not you're chopping.
Well, no. I mean, who cares about that? But like, I know what you mean. Like, like I said, like being so close to like your scenes, it's different. Like, in Columbus, there's all kinds of little beefs here and there between like people and this and that, and like, it navigating through it all is a lot sometimes. But like, I know you don't need my advice, but the only advice I give to you is just to keep going and like keep doing what you're doing and keep like, like, thanks for having me on this podcast. I appreciate talking to you, man. I think you're a really good person, and just keep doing what you're doing and have fun with it, and something's gonna click eventually. Like, I mean, I've been wanting to do music since I was a little kid. You know what I mean? I had 8 rap CDs when I was in middle school. It's so embarrassing. All right.
That's not embarrassing. That's right on point, dude.
If you heard my voice, you'd say yes, that is embarrassing. But still, I still did it. I've always loved music, and I gave up, man. I quit pursuing my passion and making music and doing this and doing that. And I mean, I don't know. I pursued another passion. I like golf, so I went to school to be a golf pro, but I couldn't afford that. So then I went to be a superintendent, and I like that. And like, where life led me was meeting Hunter, and she got me back into liking music again. And I found bass music and DJing, and I was like, I like this. It makes me feel good. I want to keep doing this. And like, yes, I would love to be like paid for it or something eventually, but like right now I just want to have a good time and meet people that are like-minded.
No, amen. And please, like, you and all the listeners, don't get me wrong. Like
No.
Like with my tone and everything, this is like me sort of like just telling it how I feel it as it is in real time. And it will always be like that. And I mean, dude, yeah, never be discouraged. I'm not discouraged. I'm still fully here. We're doing this podcast. This is me.
Me and you are doing a B2B. Remember what I was going to call it?
Crispy Crown?
Close. No. So you know what a Boilermaker is?
A Boilermaker?
Yeah. So like back in the day when people got off work from like the mill or whatever, they would go get like a shot of whiskey and a beer. And that's called a Boilermaker. So like you're double Crown. Like Crown's a whiskey. I'm a Krispy Boi. We could be Boilermaker.
No, I mean, I'm with it, dude. And like, what? Let's bring this. Let's elevate this conversation a little bit, because you actually like have a decent propensity to freestyle, like, well. And even if it was like funny and joking when we were doing it, like I could tell like your innate talent behind it. And I was like, yo, like this is how it starts. Like, where I'm like, well, do you not like rap over your own productions? Like, you know what I mean? But if it boils down to it, dude, like you need to get down on the vocals type beat, and we could.
They have to take the mic away from me. Like, just take it away.
That's what the song's called. Take the mic away from me. No,
my name is Mike.
Hey, don't revoke his name. Don't dead name him.
That was my rap name back in the day, Mike G.
What would you, if we did this collab track, what would you want to rap about?
I don't know, man. It would just have to like be in the moment. Like I don't write anything. It's just fun. Like I literally just like to do it when I get a little bit drunk and I'm just having a good time, and it just comes out, man. Like and I don't do it around just anyone. Like I have to feel comfortable around people, or else I'm like, oh, they're gonna think I'm that guy. You know what I mean? Like that guy. Like, oh god,
That's
here
fun.
he goes again.
Oh my god, no! But do you feel like the beat dictates like
Oh yeah,
the lyrics and everything?
for sure. The flow, you know, the flow of the beat dictates like the style of the rap, or like, you know, the cadence of what you're trying to like do. I guess, you know. Yo 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 yo.
Yo, I just made this track for you just now backstage.
Yo, I just fucking made this track in the bathroom taking a fuck. Hey, so like, check out this shirt though. So, do you remember the shirt I wore for Charleston?
I
It
don't
said,
remember what I had for breakfast. No, but go on. Still tipping on
well,
fofos.
it said "Still Trippin'," and on the back of it, do you remember Cheddar Bob's logo? It was like the Grateful Dead with like the
Yeah,
so like that,
exactly.
so like I don't know. I'm about to run and go get the shirt real quick, but that shirt was in dedication of Cheddar Bob. I'm gonna pull it out real quick. Hold on.
All right.
It still smells like Charleston. Ugh. So there's the front of it.
Yeah. And then the back. Yeah. Still tipping. Houston. Slow, loud, and banging.
Yeah, no.
Wait. Is that like some lyrics that that's going over my head?
No, I don't know, man. I just really fell in love with this company in Austin, Texas. Feels So Good, Prince.
Okay. Yo,
And
shout outs.
yeah, shout out. Feel So Good, Prince. Band ambassador.
Yeah, sponsor them.
But every time I DJ, I wear one of their shirts. It's just kind of like my thing, I guess. You know.
I love that. And even though we're like 45 minutes in, I still feel like we're scratching the surface. I want to get a better. I know, right? Like my girlfriend's out of town, no one's home. I got some time. Type beat. Like what would your ideal thing be? Like if everything was just completely laid out and you had everything just as you saw it in your mind when it comes to like this DJing thing and like even producing thing, like what's your ideal world with it? Like, yeah, I'm like producing like heavy trap with me rapping over it and me like touring nationally every year. Like, please divulge. It's a fantasy world.
So the Krispy Boi project, right? So, I don't know, like in my head, I just started doing it for my friends after shows when we would want to keep going and keep the party going still, you know? I never really thought that I would do much with it, but I knew that I liked music and always had a pretty decent song selection or taste, in my opinion. I don't know. No one's ever been like, "Yo, Mike, get off the aux," or "Shut the fuck up." I don't know, but I mean sometimes, but whatever. For me, like, you know, I've got a really serious 9 to 5, like being a golf course superintendent. It's a serious job, and I take it very seriously. But I'm like changing the perspective of like what people think golf course superintendents are. Like when you think of a golf course superintendent, you think of an old guy that's grumpy, divorced, has no fun. That's what I think of, because that's all the superintendents that I've worked for. They're all divorced, no fun, hate me. You know. Then I got to be a superintendent, and I was like, it don't got to be this way, guys. Golf could be fun, and that's what I'm trying to do. But for me, just getting to go to different cities and meet different people and different, you know, just different experiences. Like, like I said, Charleston was my first out of state thing that I did. And like, I just made it like a little mini vacation. I was like, me and my girl are going to go down here and we're going to do this and it's going to be fun and we're going to meet new people. And, that's really all I care about. I just want to do something fun on the weekends.
No, I love that. But if you were to devise, say, like your own headlining tour with like supporting acts, who would those supporting acts be, and where would you want to specifically play on this hypothetical nationwide, if not worldwide, sky ain't the limit tour?
Sean Paul.
Yeah, Mr. Worldwide to infinity.
Or Pitbull. I don't fucking know. But speaking of infinity, let me shout out my boy Infinity real quick. Infinity Music. Infinity makes beats. He just put out his first mix. He is also used to be a rapper. Really good, better than me. Has put out stuff. He's on YouTube. He's a great musician. And he's been trying to create bass music for a while now, and he's just getting into it. Yeah, shout out Infinity. That's my dude. Yeah.
Yo, go check his shit out.
Yeah, Infinity Music. But I don't know, man. If I could never imagine me being a headliner, to be honest with you. Like, I really like opening up for people and getting everything going. Like, imagining me headlining is crazy, because like, I don't know, that would just be wild to me. Like,
okay, well, like, don't let your imagination bear any limits, but okay, within those constraints, who would you be preferring to open for on a nationwide tour, and where would you want to play?
Oh man, so I don't care if I get any hate from this and whatever. So Brondo, I fuck with Brondo. He was one of the first shows that I went to that I had like a really, really, really good time.
Hell yeah, then.
And I was like, man, this techno music is pretty cool.
And then who else?
I would love to open up for Brondo. I'd love to open up for shit, man. Fucking Distinct Motive is I love Distinct Motive. UK bass, I love all UK bass. I don't know. Dennett is one of my big guys right now that I really like. I don't know if you ever heard of Dennett.
Dennett, yeah, like DENNETT?
Something like that, yeah.
Something like that. I feel like, yeah, I'm a little out of it. Like, I'm a little out of the know because I'm like so involved with like the band world with like my band and shit. It's hard.
Shout out again. What's your band's name, real quick? Shout out your band.
Oh yeah, Gods.
Gods?
Yeah, with a period at the end. GODS period.
Okay, all right. We're looking that up right after I get off here for sure. I want you to look up my buddy Chris Delcher. He's in a band called Morse Code, or Morose Code is how you would spell it. MOROSECODE. It's like kind of like emo-ish type music. It's really, really good. My favorite song by him is Change. Fire.
Y'all check that out. Yeah, he just spelled it out for you, and I'll do the same. Morse Code. So, well, now hearing that, like, let's just pivot. Like, what's the scene like in Columbus, Ohio?
It's great, man. I love Columbus. I went to college at Coastal, lived in Myrtle Beach for a couple years after, and then moved back to Columbus because my sister lives back here and whatnot. But I I love the scene here. I mean, everyone has just been so kind to me, and I don't know, just because I have a super hot girlfriend or no,
That always helps.
but I
I
don't know.
feel you.
Everyone's great here, supporting. You know, but there's so many talented artists here in Columbus. It's hard to compete. Like, it is so hard to compete here, and everyone is just so locked in. You know, like dedicated. That's the one thing that I wish I did more. Like, I wish I put more time into this. You know, I definitely like lack in putting time in. Like, I think I maybe practiced maybe 2 or 3 times in a month before I came down to Charleston. Like, I I want to put more time in. It's just, I don't know. I need to do it. It's just me trying to find an excuse to be lazy. I just get home from work and get into the gabagool. You know what I mean?
That's racist. No, no, I hear you. Yeah, you just get into the. No, I feel you, dude. One has to simply muster. What is it? What the hell is that necklace?
That's a cornicello or Italian horn. So I'm allowed to say gabagool.
What does gabagool mean?
It's like deli meat, like mortadella or capicola.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. with the
Italian.
with this.
Now that's Italian.
um. Yeah, you could throw that right before a drop. Now that's Italian.
Have you ever seen the poop deli guy?
Poop?
Yeah, little schmear. Hey, yo, boss, let me get a bacon, egg, and cheese with a schmear poop.
What the fuck? No, what? Is this something I've been sleeping on? Is this like
yeah, dude, poop deli, dude, poop deli. Oh yeah.
What do they say? He's just pranking them?
Yeah, it's just a prank. You know, it's just
What?
like, hey, boss, let me get a bacon, egg, and cheese. And schmear poop on the side.
What do they say?
I mean, they don't really say anything. It's just this guy being weird by himself mostly. Like,
With the side of shit stains, please.
no, make sure you put the poop on the side. I don't want it on the sandwich this time. On the side. All right, boss. Okay.
Like the poo poo platter?
I
Yeah,
don't know.
the poo poo platter.
It's weird that I brought this up. Cut this out.
We're cutting it. But yeah, so I don't know, like I imagine our track to be like, it comes in and it's sort of like this trap beat, like 808 centric with like this sort of like
Some dirty South vibes.
with like a 3-note keyboard type thing, like that consolidated trap keyboard, and it's just like all about like the lyrics, and it kind of like builds up into the drop, and the drop is just like a smear of poo on the side.
Fuck yeah. The drop goes, hey, like right before, hey, yo, boss, let me get a bacon, egg, and cheese with the shit. And then it just drops.
What would it drops,
visuals,
pun intended.
And then the visuals are just like someone taking a big deuce. Like,
yo, do you fucks with like Taboo? You know who Taboo is?
I met a girl and her booty tastes like strawberries.
Strawberries. Dude.
So wait a second, hold on. I don't know if you can hear this, but hold on. I'm about to. So like that was one of the first songs that I doubled, was that song. Like,
no shit. Yeah, no, I love Taboo. Yeah, and
yeah,
booty
dude,
like strawberries.
Well, I liked him because when I first started listening to bass music, there's like, like Boogie T and like, him. They're like from the South, and I was like, okay, like cool, like, so this isn't just for like uppity schmuppity type people.
Yeah, it's for quite the opposite.
Right. Well, in Columbus, I didn't know, man, because like everyone here is like kind of fancy. I thought, man, like I don't know. I was living in Myrtle Beach for a long time, so I don't know, man. Everything here felt fancy when I first moved. So
Yeah, I guess in comparison to Myrtle Beach.
yeah, dude, fucking dirty Myrtle. Like,
Yo, like highest crime rate
oh,
type.
highest STD rate for colleges too.
Ooh, highest rate of new STDs being incepted as well.
I've been out of college a long time. Just saying.
Your mom goes to college. Just kidding.
Ma, get the meatloaf.
Yeah. More Mountain
Right, so,
Dew. I'm playing Call of Duty. Bring it in.
Mountain Dewski.
Mountain. I Mountain Dew. I don't Mountain don't.
What's your favorite fruit?
Bruh, my favorite fruit right now is in between probably like pineapple and watermelon.
Hell yeah. Do you like
What about
tahini?
you?
Like
Yeah, put tahini on that.
cantaloupe and mango. Like,
Can't elope. That's like the
yeah.
song that you play at your wedding. We can't elope.
Honey, do? Honey, don't.
Hey, see? I'll give you points on that. Psh, shoot the confetti.
All right,
Honey
so
do,
hold on,
honey
wait.
do.
I don't know if you can hear this or not, but can you hear anything? Or is it just nothing?
Mm.
Hold on, wait a second. Ew, wait, is that gross?
Yeah,
Does that sound terrible?
it sounds perfectly flagrant.
Sounds terrible, right? But so like,
I met a girl and a booty
Booty
just
like-
yeah, but yeah, this is my jam though. Fucking Tabooski. I've actually got a couple of his shirts. One of them's probably worth a lot of money. It has like a misprint on it. It was like a raise hell and praise Dale shirt.
Like so redneck. Like
Yeah.
Dale Earnhardt, right?
Yeah. Raise hell and praise Dale, and then like another one of his shirts. I don't know, but anyways, there's like a misprint on it, and
What's the
I don't know.
misprint?
He spelled "your" wrong.
How do you spell it?
Like instead of like "you are," it was like "you're." Like he just I don't know, something like that. I forget kind of, but someone pointed it out to me, and I was like, "Oh shit, I didn't even realize that." And then they were like, "It's probably worth some money," and I was like, "Okay, cool. I'm never gonna get rid of it, even though it's too small for me now. But whatever. Like I'll squeeze in that shit."
It's the way it always goes, man. These shirts be shrinking on us out here, dude. Like,
They be shrinking. They be shrinking.
no, but I feel you. Like, so then, yeah, you fucks with Taboo. Word, like that's confirmation on a good level. Have you heard of Devious by chance?
I think so. Yeah. Like I'm not gonna say that like I know who that is off the top of my head, but I've heard that name before. Tell me more.
Right. So here on the Pursuit of Sound, we like to highlight like part of the pursuit of the sound, people on the come up like you and me. Devious is like a few steps ahead, but yet to be like on that, I'd say, glorified level as like Taboo. I feel like, yeah, as much as I love like all Taboo's stuff, there's something about Devious. Like, he's from North Carolina, and you know when you like find that artist that's like only got like a few amount of like it's not even like a few amount of followers. Like he's like yeah, no, exactly. So this is why I get off on like telling you about this guy. He's like low key, high key, and I'm telling you, like as much as I like Taboo, like Devious needs like a whole bro. No, you would fucks with him so hard because he's all about like I feel like we have like this sort of like mental entanglement on like music taste, and with it being like this hip hop centric sort of like tasty bassy style, and he is all about that. Like literally, like I'm trying to tell you, like I'll play out like at least a few tracks of him every set, and
oh hell yeah, I'm about to look him up right now. Like
yeah, dude, like I got to open up for him with like the same like Station Underground style show, like, and got to meet him and like talk shit, being like super fan.
Oh, I actually have one of his songs in my record box already.
Which one?
Microdose with 2%.
Well, I feel like that one isn't even the best of them, but as you from here on out go to divulge him further, you will understand. Yeah, but I feel you. 2% and him, yeah. Dank collab for Microdose, but
yeah, man, I get off on that same thing too. It's just like not that I get off or any, I don't know, just like I love it when I call an artist blowing up or I call a song blowing up like months, years sometimes before they do, and then I can tell my friends like, hey, remember when I fucking said that?
No, for real. Well, yeah, I get credit points for telling you this was the next artist to blow up. Yeah. Give me my credit points.
Yeah, and no one cares except for me, but like I still care. So yeah.
Who do you think who are you calling dibs on outside of this to be blown up next?
Oh man, next?
Like 2%, you know what I mean? Like fucking Trenches, goddamn.
No, I would love Trenches to blow up, bro. Like he deserves it. But if I'm just gonna name someone that's okay, so I'm gonna shout out my boy Giku right now.
How do you spell that for our listeners?
Geeeku, Giku. It's rhythm. You know, I know that's not for everyone, but like in the rhythm shit, he is killing it. Like he's getting his songs played out. He's a super fucking fun person. You know, I don't know. I love the dude. He calls me White Claw Mike all the time. So whatever, you know.
All right, y'all heard it here first.
Giku.
But it starts with a G, you said?
Yeah, Giku, like geek, like geeking out, Giku.
Giku.
Like Geeku. Giku.
Who else?
Who else, man? I mean, I met some people down there in Charleston that I think should get some recognition for sure. Universe, I love that dude. I love meeting him. I mean,
oh yeah, I fully agree. And he is actually a Greenville, South Carolina cat. Like,
yeah.
Which, you know, more power to him. He's just like this fucking brilliant mastermind. I heard his remix of like that train wreck chicken. I was like, all right, dude, this dude knows what the fuck is up. Highly underrated.
Hold on 1 second. I gotta grab my charger. We're about to die.
All right.
As long as the music doesn't die. I wish you could have been there to catch some of my set in Charleston.
Bro, me too.
So, like, all my sets, so, like, the thing that I do in all my sets is there's constant lyrics going on. Like, there's never not a part without lyrics.
No, I love to hear that because it's that thing that people latch on to. That's why I like bass, like, music remixes of, like, rap tracks and stuff. That was, like, 90% of my set that night. And, yeah, dude, like,
you know what was fun? You remember that B3B at the end of the night?
Yeah.
Oh, wait. You were asking me who else I thought was going to blow up. I think he already did blow up, but I called Liz. Like a year or two ago. I don't know if you've ever heard of Proppa, Proppa. Proppa?
No, but shout outs.
Shout out Proppa. He's a like bass house out of Chicago. Yeah, I called one of his songs "Blowing Up," and it did. Yeah, everyone go look him up. He's blowing the fuck up right now. Also, another artist that I think needs to be heard more. I don't know if you've ever heard of Mystic. Like, it's like an M question mark.
Yes.
So I called his song "Blowing Up" like last year. I actually saw him in Columbus, hung out with him, met him, and you know, it was like my birthday show, and I was just all up in the green room. I didn't even know who this dude was, and I was like, "Yo, what's up, man? My name's Krispy Boi." And he's like, "Yeah, I'm so and so. I'm the headliner." And I was like, "Oh shit, man. Sorry if I'm being like fucking ignorant right now. I'm just crazy. Sorry." Like, I do that a lot, but I know I don't need to apologize for myself, but sometimes I feel like I have to because the world we live in nowadays, you know?
Yeah, no, that's humble. I am the same.
I'm like, if you don't like me, just tell me and I'll go away. Like, dead ass.
No, for real. Samesies. I'm like, I am not trying to fight anybody. I'm actually just trying to be fun, even though I feel hella awkward like majority of the time because I'm weird as fuck on the inside.
And that's why we drink.
It's one of the reasons. Hell yeah, dude. No, I'm like on your SoundCloud right now, and I'm trying to peep some shit where it's like.
So I've got a couple mixes on my SoundCloud.
Right, right.
All of them. So there's no planning involved in any of these mixes. There's no redos in them at all. I made them just recording on my deck and record box. So it's like completely raw. No redos, no retries, no nothing. There's some shitty parts for sure in those mixes, but it's fun. So, yeah.
You know what? We're our own worst critic, and I'm eager to divulge all this. And I'm like lurking your likes and shit as well, to get a taste of like further of where you're at, like with your music selections. Yeah, like, okay, So Sus remix.
That's so good, dude. So Sus. She is so good, dude.
Brain Tickler remix. Let's go. Dude, what's holding you back from producing a track?
Me, myself, you know. I need to set myself up better, man. You know, like, shout out to everyone and, you know, mental health awareness or this or that. You know what I mean? I struggle with a lot of different things, you know, but, you know, I've just gotten to the point where I'm doing good for myself with a regular job, and now I'm finding passion with music, and, you know, I'm just trying to take it slow and not go too fast, you know.
I respect that. And I second that notion because, yeah, you know, I've experienced similar things. I got put into rehab against my will, but it wasn't over substance abuse. It was actually over suicide prevention. I'll never kill myself, swear to God. And yeah, so you know,
Love you, bro. Hey, I love you.
I love you. Hey, no biggie. It was really me just flagrantly just being flagrant. You know what I mean? And I'm like, yeah. So
Man.
that's the last time I ever say something like that over a text message again or ever. Not even out in a
Well,
text message outside
if
of
I can
it.
make
Yeah.
if I can make you feel better, I've been to rehab too.
Well, you know, I feel the same, but I respect that. And how was your experience?
Dude, I was playing like beach volleyball up in like Wilmington, North Carolina. I got good at it. I had a great rehab experience, you know, like to be honest. Like,
Hell yeah. How long were you there?
I don't even fucking know, dude. Like,
What, like 7 days, 14
no,
days?
maybe almost a month or so. I don't know. It was
Oh, wow.
like it. So I did it. I'm opening up here, but I did it because I got in trouble, and it would look good for me to go to rehab. You know.
Damn, son.
Yeah, and I did,
Yeah.
and I had a great, you know, like I had a great time in rehab. There's so many people there for me to talk to, and you know, like I don't know, I love like talking to people because it gets me out of my own head, and you know, like I loved just you know meeting all these different people there, and you know seeing what they were going through, and I don't know, like it. I just felt like I was helping people while I was also helping myself, you know. But you know, rehab didn't make me quit what I was doing. I still fucked up, and you know, like, and you know, I've been clean and sober now for like seven years, you know. So
Good on you, and I respect
kind
that.
of, kind of like you know, I still
Well,
drink, and, you know, but
it's whatevs, you know,
you know, but
cheers. But yeah,
better than I was. So that's good.
yeah, you
Yeah,
know, and I feel that, and it's one of those things that if it means us opening up to help somebody else that's listening
yeah,
confide in this, then that's what's up. You know, it's about moderation and you know, knowing yourself and what your sort of I guess systemic issues are and the pathology of your like your mentality. And I get that, you know, and I respect that, dude. And I'm glad that like you're applying yourself, dude. Like it's like that out here, dude. Like in the pursuit of sound, dude. Seriously, like not to be like cheesy or corny, like everybody has their shit no matter what level you're at, dude. Look at P. Diddy, like fucking Puff Daddy of all people, like literally is like, you know,
I don't want to talk about Diddy.
me neither. I don't even know who he is, but you know what I'm saying? Like it
No,
could be
man.
much worse.
There's always worse than what situation that you're in right now. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I was down and out. You know, 5 years ago, I never thought that I would be where I'm at right now. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I gave up in Myrtle Beach for a while. Like, I expected to be a golf course superintendent at the age of like 23 and all this stuff, blah, blah, blah. And things weren't working for me. And, you know, things happened. You know, my friend in Charleston, Sean Vowles, died, and it was very tragic. You know, some other people close to me died, and I just was going through a time, and, you know, I almost died too. You know, I was in a coma for 3 days, and I'm glad to be here. And
Oh
like,
my God.
yeah, but like if anyone is out there listening that needs some sort of encouragement, just it gets better if you want it to. You've got to want it to get better though. If you don't care, it's not. You've got to like want to be better. You've got to want something different for yourself. You've got to want to not live in shit and turmoil and squalor or whatever the fuck anymore. Like,
Yeah, exactly. And EDM is an escape for so many people, but don't let that be an escape for you to abuse substances
no,
within.
exactly. Don't use the scene just to abuse substance. Like, yes, there's that, but there's that in every single scene that you're gonna be in. So, the thing I love about the EDM scene is just how accepting and kind people were and are still. Like, and it's not everywhere, but I don't know, man. Just like this interaction right here, man, meeting you and stuff, and I've got a new friend, I've got a new homie to chat with, and bullshit with, and whatever, man. It's important for me to have people, like I don't want to pat myself on the back, but I look at myself as a leader, like I lead a crew every day. um I like leading. I like when people come to me for advice. It makes me feel good, and anytime I can ever offer anything to anyone, I like that. So
No, that's important. And let's take a moment to reflect on how far the music scene has come, because it wasn't only just a handful of years ago that you wouldn't see the music that we love being exploited to the degree it is. Like, if you were to look at any given music festival within the past few years lineup, you've got so many people that are like DJ producers, and that is like the most like inspiring and like cool point about it. Like, I get it. I come from the band world where I'm like, where did everything go? Like, people don't appreciate live music anymore, and now it's all about like DJing. No, but I accepted like the production and everything to full heart, and it's so legit and so pure and so intentional, and it's like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you don't take it for granted and don't use it as a means to a bad end. Like, it's crazy how music has evolved to this point and actually finally being supported to this degree where people are like, you know what, I actually might have a shot at being like a success story, and it's not about achieving the success story. It's about expressing yourself and other people supporting that and feeling your message. Yeah. You know what I mean?
You want to hear something my dad always says?
Of course.
It's kind of cheesy, but he says, music is what feelings sound like.
It's so simple, and I love it. That's a good quote.
Just George, baby. Quote him.
Quoteth.
So, I don't know. I'm just talking. I'm bullshit now. Do you want to hear something pretty crazy too? So, so my dad was born in England, correct?
Let's go.
And he didn't really know his real dad, but his real dad is apparently a famous 6-string guitar player that goes by Guitar George.
Really?
And he's a piece of shit. Fuck that dude. Like,
full pause. Go on.
That's all, man. So left my dad in England with his mom, and and then my dad finds him on the internet years later. Like, my mom helps him find him, and then they reconnect, and then like this dude tells my dad to quit calling him because my dad would get drunk and like drunk dial him sometimes and want to talk to his dad. Like, and then this dude is like, yeah, quit calling me. Like, so he abandoned my dad twice. Like,
damn, I can't imagine that, because I lost my father at an early age, and so it's like I feel that, and I don't mean to stutter, but it hits deep, and it's up to us to turn around like the family lineage. You know what I mean? Like, hey,
yeah,
guess what? Like, this or that happened in the past, and there's like this stuff and that stuff, blah 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 blah.
yeah,
But it's we bear the responsibility now as like middle-aged men,
right.
and
You know,
yeah,
I fully know though. You know what I mean? Like, my dad was such a good dad because he wanted to be what he didn't have. You know?
I love that, and it it yeah, dude, I want to be the parent that I didn't have to my kids, and that's really important. And dude, just to get back on topic, like,
What are we even talking
fucking,
about?
I know, dude, it's fun. Like, dude, we're talking about like literally like trauma based shit. Like, it's cool. Like, I've got no problems with this. I'm a little buzzed as it is. Cheers. No issues.
It's okay to have feelings. It's okay. We can
Yeah,
have
dude,
them.
that's what expresses a real podcast.
Yeah, man.
So what's your goals within the next year for Crispy Boy, my guy?
Crispy Boi. I want Crispy Boi to go to Lost Lands. I want Crispy Boi to somehow get a set at Lost Lands, whether it's, you know, after hours, whatever, like silent disco, whatever. Like, so I've got a lot of friends that do stuff with, like my best friend's party and this and that. Like I've got people that could help me get there. It's just like me putting the work in and them thinking that I'm dedicated enough to deserve something like that.
Yeah, no, you're right. What would your opening track be?
Hmm.
Even if you were like on an actual stage.
Man, I open a lot with I like to open up with like big boy like songs like from Outkast.
Yeah, Big Boy. Yeah, and Andre 3K.
So I'm getting off topic again, but when I was in St. Lucia the week before we were in Charleston, we met Big Boy at this restaurant that we were at. Deadass. Like,
In St. Lucia, like Virgin Islands type beat?
yeah, like way down there, like Caribbean, all the way down there, Venezuela, right there.
What?
Yeah.
How was that?
St. Lucia was one of the most beautiful places I've ever seen in my entire life. Like,
But
those,
meeting Big Boy in specific.
oh, meeting Big Boy was cool as shit. Like, I I wanted so badly to be like, let's get a selfie, but I wanted to be cool at the same time.
Right.
But he was super nice. Man,
What was
I
he
wish
doing?
he was just getting dinner with his girl or something. I don't know. Like, he was just, just everyone's just a normal person out there.
Did people recognize him outside of you?
No one. Okay, so like I was actually going out to smoke a cigarette or a cigar because they didn't have any cigarettes. I had to smoke these like Monte Cristo like cigars or whatever that I bought in the gift shop, whatever. Like, honestly, my girlfriend was mad at me because she was like, "Why do you always have to go out and smoke?" And like, we were done with our meal. Everyone else was like waiting on theirs. Everyone was all mad about how our meal was done first. Yada yada rayway. Anyways, I went down there to go smoke a cigarette, and he's checking in, and he's wearing an Atlanta hat, and I look at him, and I'm just like, Big Boy? And he's like, and I'm like, yeah, nice. Like, and then he goes up and gets his seat, and then like my girl and everyone else comes down like 5 minutes later, like, oh my God, we just met Big Boy. And I was like, yeah, so did I. First.
Oh, yeah. Oh
Yeah,
my God.
Yeah, that was cool. And here's some more random stories. My sister used to live in Atlanta, and when she was living there, she was at a supermarket one time, and she met Andre 3000, like the same exact way. Just gave him like a what's up, like so. Yeah.
Have you met any other, like, have you seen any other celebrities like in real life?
I met Double Crown in Charleston.
Oh, shush. Yeah, right, dude. No.
I don't know, man. To be honest, I can't really think off the top of my head. Like super famous people. Like I think Big Boy. I think that was like the most famous person I've ever met. Like he's super famous. Like and Big Boy is another reason why Krispy Boi is spelled with the I. Outkast was the first CD that I've ever bought. So like they used to have the naked chicks on the CDs and shit. You remember that?
Oh, dude, yeah. Kids these days, they don't know.
They don't know shit.
No, yeah. Thank you, dude. This is where I start to feel my my age, where it's just like, dude, yeah, no, you don't remember going into a CD store and actually like opening up the CD the wrong way so you can put it into like the disc player and actually listen before you.
Sam Goodies. Do you remember that store, Sam Goodies?
We didn't have that in Charleston.
Oh.
We had Millennium Music.
I don't know why that just brought me back to like Backstreet Boys or NSYNC. Like,
yeah, no, exactly, because that was the era. Like, and your first CD was an Outkast CD. Which album in particular?
The very first one, what was it called? ATLian or something.
Yeah.
Did you know that that DJ group, they got like sued or something over their name?
I heard about this. Yeah. I did hear about this. And I didn't hear about how the settlement actually.
It probably has nothing to do with like Big Boy and them. It's just like the record label trying to fucking get money out of these people that are making money. But I don't know. I love fucking ATLians, and I think it's ATLians, not Atlians. And Outkast was, I don't know. I don't even know why they're fighting. Like they should collab. They should just collab. Like fuck it.
It's not like ATLians was called Outkast.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
It's all just bullshit. Like you've been in the music scene long enough to know that like it's a lot of bullshit.
Like I'm gonna sue you because one of my album names was Krispy Boi.
Yeah, no, I hope someone sues me over some shit that I did. That's some free fucking promotion right there. Sue me. Go ahead.
Same difference around their lawsuit, right? You know what? It's probably bigger news for ATLians than it is for Outcasts.
I'm sure Big Boy and Andre didn't even give a fuck about that shit,
It really makes me think because I didn't investigate it further beyond the headline where it's like
their record label just trying to fucking get some money or just trying to, some dummy that has some like power. They're like, oh, this is copyright infringement. Like,
see, did any of us investigate this far enough? Because for all we know, yeah, like, right? No, I'm trying to say, like, yeah, for all we know, it could be a marketing ploy for ATLians on behalf of like his team.
What if Big Boy and Andre 3000 are ATLians?
Oh, yeah. Mind blown. Bro. Yeah. Yeah, that's that mic drop moment. Yeah. Bro, you thank you. That's a good conspiracy, actually, because they're masked.
Yeah, but they do have like white hands.
Hey, they could just be playing white hand. Like there
They
was
could be
black.
doing the thing like in White Chicks. You know what I mean?
Exactly. They're really throwing off the scent with this
No.
whole thing.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, I love the creativity behind that that funny conspiracy theory. Yeah, because you know what? Let's create a duo and call ourselves fucking somebody's record. What's a famous person's record that we could we call ourselves like beer bongs and Bentleys.
Oh, we could do like the White Album, which is like not racist, but it's a Beatles album. But like no one would sue us for that.
Did they call it the White Album, or was
Yeah.
it just like
No, but I don't even know what they called it. But it was like an album that maybe didn't even have a title. I don't know. But fun fact, all right. Another fun fact. I'm born on the same day as John Lennon,
what day is that?
October 9th. Make sure y'all wish me happy birthday.
Hey, happy early birthday. October 9, shout outs. Yeah. Like I was born on the same day and year as Joe Jonas.
Of the Jonas Brothers.
Yeah.
Oh, what? What day is that?
Oh, August 15, 1989.
Ooh, 89. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm not the oldest person alive. Okay, cool.
Wait, what? How old are you?
I was born in 1990, so like I'm a year younger than you.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You're like 35, 34 type beat.
34.
Yeah. Vote.
Yeah,
Tipping
man.
on.
I don't feel 34 though, man. Like these past 5 years I've been living in Columbus has flew by like crazy. Like just crazy. I like I said, I battled a lot down there. I moved up here, you know, like things have gotten immensely better. And I don't know, man, coming back down there to Charleston was really good for me. Like I got to go back down to a place that I like struggled with and got to like do better down there with a different person, like the girl that I brought down there with me, Hunter. Like, you know, she has a lot to do with everything I'm doing right now. You know, shout out to Hunter Abraham. That's my baby. But
Shout outs.
you know, like, you know, I got in a lot of trouble down in South Carolina, and you know, I wish I wouldn't have, but I did, and yeah, couldn't imagine 7 years ago, 8 years ago, being where I'm at right now, happy, healthy, confident. You know, it's a beautiful thing.
I love that. What are you gonna be sticking around in Columbus for like a little while? Like what's that looking like for you?
Oh yeah, you know, so I plan on staying around Columbus for a couple reasons. So the golf course that I am the superintendent of, the owners there have expressed to me that, you know, they'd love to sell it to me when they pass because they don't have any kin. You know, I have to like come up with like some money and a business plan and all this stuff, but I've always dreamt of owning a golf course and making it not so like uptight, like, and then I could fucking throw festivals at the golf course.
Wow. Whoa. Yeah, I actually appreciate that GD. Oh my God.
We're going places, man. We're going places.
Yeah, because I haven't heard of a show thrown at a golf course yet, but there could be.
There's danger there. I'm gonna have to like block off all the ponds and like, you know what I mean? Like,
of course, liability type beats.
there's gonna be a lot of liability issues and stuff, but I think I could make it happen. Like
There's got to be like a good pun for like a name involved, like not like quite like hole in one, but like something maybe that you're more attuned to with being like more tightly knit with the golf community that could like.
And I'm trying to think of something right now. I haven't thought of anything yet, but give me a minute.
Like birdie, fucking mulligans,
basin bogeys or something. Like
basin bogeys.
Yeah,
I love it.
we'll start there.
There you go.
We'll start.
That's cool.
But I don't know, man. So it's a very unique property. Kings Mill Golf Course. Shout out Kings Mill Golf Course. Come see me. Come get you a free round.
Hey, shout out Kings Mill.
Yeah, Kings Mill. Only fit for a king.
Hey, ultimate plug.
Yeah,
y'all go and get y'all's golf on.
Yeah, play some golf. Get outside. Touch some grass. Take your shoes off. Feel the grass in your feet. Something instead of being inside. Just go outside.
Did you see the video clip of it was like a girl golfing at like Top Golf, and she was on like the second story or something and hit a ball and then fell off?
Oh yeah.
You saw that?
No, but I could see it, dude. There's so many dumb videos of like clout people, like look at me golfing at Top Golf, or look at me doing this, or blah blah blah.
Yeah, but she like fell off of like a second story, like full on. It looks.
There's a net there. She's fine.
There was not a net there. You have not seen this video. What?
There's a net. There's always a net there at Top
Golf. No. You didn't see this one then. You didn't see this video. Oh, I'm going to have to plug this. I'm going to have to.
Yeah, send it to me. But
bro, what? Oh my God. They didn't have, because, when you hit the golf ball off of that second story,
yeah,
you can't have a net there because it would.
Oh yeah, no.
It would protrude.
There's a net in front, but like underneath, it catches you if you do fall off.
So it went from like the second story video footage to like the bottom to the floor story footage, and she, you know what? To your credit, she. You can say that. To your credit, she might have hit the netting and then somehow still fumbled off. Bro, yeah, I'm so surprised with like your involvement in golfing. I am so surprised you have not seen this. I swear to God.
I don't really fuck with Top Golf. Like go play some real golf. Like,
I know, right?
Fuck Top Golf.
Thoughts on Tiger Wolf?
You want to know?
Do you have any thoughts on Tiger Woods?
Tiger Woods. I love Tiger Woods. He was my inspiration growing up. I still love Tiger Woods no matter what happened with him and what he did. I will always support Tiger Woods because if it wasn't for Tiger Woods, golf would have been boring as fuck.
Amen. I love to hear that, dude. Like he really set a whole new standard.
No, he made golf cool. Like
he did. And Tom Arnold too, right? Arnold Palmer?
Yeah, I mean, Arnold Palmer, Jack Nicklaus, Sam Snead, big names back in the day. Phil Mickelson, in Tiger's Day, But if we really want to talk about who's got the most swag when it comes to golf, we've got to talk about John motherfucking Daly.
Let's talk about it.
John Daly.
John Daly? Is this like a TV host?
John Daly, he's a big man. He would get drunk, smoke cigarettes, show up hungover, golf barefoot. And
this is like...
He was a professional golfer. Yeah.
He's Santa Claus.
Kinda. Yeah, he's like Santa Claus with a blonde mullet. Yeah.
Dude, he's got a full-on front mullet with his big-ass Santa Claus beard. Holy shit.
Yeah, the beard's a new thing. I think he's trying to, like, copy my swag a little bit or something.
Oh, no, I hear you. But now scrolling down, he had the bowl cut infused with the mullet.
Dude,
like,
swag, dude. That shit was swaggy. That's
bro.
called a bullet. That's called a bullet.
This is the most stark and like ballsy mullet I have ever seen. It really was just like cutting the bangs straight across down until it reached the behind the ears mullet area.
Yeah, he definitely was different in his time. Like, that's what you gotta love about John Daly, Like,
damn, let it be known.
John Daly, shout out John Daly. If you hear me, let's go golfing, bro. Please. Like, I will outdrink you, and I'll play you barefoot.
Let's clip that. Yeah, we're calling you out.
I would love for John Daly to play me in golf, just for the fact that I could say I golfed with John Daly. Like, dude's a legend.
Dude, yeah, I love that. Now looking at pictures of him, I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Still Santa Claus with the mullet, like this guy.
Yeah, he looks kind of weird lately. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
the beard on him.
The beard's not working for him. I like the shaved face John Daly back in the '90s with the bullet.
The bullet. Is there anything that you wanted to talk about in specific for this episode?
Well, not really, man. I just want to shout out y'all in Charleston for showing me a good time down there, man. Y'all made me feel very welcome and comfortable and safe, and you made my girlfriend feel the same way. It was like I was home already. Like, when I got there, like, it might have been one of the most fun weekends in my entire life. I swear to God,
I love hearing that.
The whole experience from, getting the plane ride down there. Me and Hunter were all hungover, all fucked up on the plane ride down there. When we got down there, we went to some bar and got some drinks and whatnot, and then passed out until 8 p.m. and then woke up and went to the sushi place and met a cool bartender, and she was supposed to come to the show and blah, blah, blah. And then went to the show the next day. And, obviously that was a great time. And, and then the next day waking up and exploring downtown Charleston and, just doing all the things that we did. And, it was a great experience. That's mainly what I wanted to get on here and say was thank y'all and fucking book me again, man. I'm trying to come back down there soon.
Amen. Yeah, I'm no booker, but I can certainly talk to people. Be sure to check out Krispy Boi on SoundCloud.
Krispy Boi.
SoundCloud.com/KRISPY_BOI. Krispy Boi.
Sure.
And yeah, for real. And I would love to come up to Columbus, Ohio, next year, ideally, if not like with me DJing, but definitely with my band.
Man.
we're hitting the road.
I think you'd get along with my homie Chris Delshire a lot. Like he's in like the you know, like band music scene. Like he's been doing it for a long time. I think you'd get along with him really well. Like I see all his guitars back there. That's the one thing I can't do. I can't play string instruments. I can only do percussion. But yeah, man.
And vocals.
Oh yeah, man. I got some range, you know.
Yeah, dude. If you've got I'd say access to a microphone, which it could even be your iPhone microphone. I have worked with that in the past and produced tracks with vocals sent from strictly an iPhone recording, and so has many other top tier producers. It goes to show it's not about the it's not about like the fucking stepping. It's not about stepping into $1 million studio. It's about the idea and
size of the boat, motion of the ocean, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and raw, just raw manifestation. So, anything else you'd like to plug before we sign off, my guy?
No, man, I had a great time. Shit, just hit me up if you ever need anything, man. Appreciate you having me out, and I hope anyone out there that's struggling, I hope things get better for you. They got better for me. Just don't give up.
Yeah, seriously. It's not about needing to have any exterior validation about what you do. It's really just about like
enjoying what you like to do.
Enjoying what you like to do. I couldn't have said it better myself. So we're about to sign off, and yeah, my guy, basically before we exit this chat, I have to actually download the like the video and audio files from this server. So what you can do is simply like mute your mic and your camera easily, just like that. Stop cam is right there. Stop your mic there. I just need to, yeah, there we go. Safely download all the tracks before we actually like X out of this thing, because I always got that that sort of I got that anxiety, like if we were to actually X out before everything is downloaded, it might not fully be downloaded. So you can, like I said, yeah, just hit mic off, video off. It takes like about 15 minutes to actually download our video and audio.
Right.
And on my end, it downloads it individually as like your video and audio and my video and audio. And then once that is fully downloaded, that's what I work with. So,
okay. Yeah, cool, man. Just tell me what to do.
Yeah. Just please leave the browser open, and then I will let you know when everything is like fully downloaded. I tell this to every single person I do with a remote podcast. So can't thank you enough. Seriously, this was like a dank, offhanded episode 66. Y'all hear this? Pursuit of Sound podcast. 6. All heavenly. Brought to you in part by
Praise him.
And Zest Vodka.
Fucking zesty.
Dude, that's the voice. Like they should hire you. Be like, it's almost like, damn son, where'd you find this? But like, damn son, where'd you find this Zest Vodka?
Are you trying to get zesty tonight? Because I am. Party with the zest of us. Zest Vodka. For me, for you, for everyone.
The Pursuit of Sound podcast is proudly brought to you in part by our sponsor, Zest Vodka. Zest is designed for people like us who love to have a good time, but without that terrible morning after regret. Okay, Zest started with an idea to make a healthier shot option. The market's flooded with high alcohol, sugar heavy products, let's face it, promoting a culture of excessive drinking. But Zest knows we want a more genuine, transparent, and healthier choice without sacrificing taste or experience. So after Zest studied consumer preferences and existing brands, they dug deep into better ingredients. So Zest boasts proudly half the alcohol content, but don't get us wrong, significantly less sugar and zero artificial additives commonly found in traditional shot brands. All right, crafting Zest Vodka was not about introducing just another shot brand. It's more about sculpting an experience. You know, an indulgence-free drink that upholds the pinnacle of taste and quality. They stand to revolutionize the shot market, guiding it towards a brighter, healthier, and more transparent future. Yes, Zest Vodka. So please join us poolside, surrounded by friends, and enjoy Zest Vodka, crafted for everyone seeking a healthier choice. Drink responsibly.